Everyone's wondering, and this is Judge Mark Nunez. I got my start. Because I figured out on the O.J. Simpson case if they filed for him in civil court and he lost at the hearing that some, not all, but some criminal charges can be filed against him. And it can even transfer over to criminal court. Standard rule of thumb of civil court. Well, given the loss in criminal court, that's still not double jeopardy because that's standard procedure of civil court and civil hearings. So we could still get him possibly on, and yes, we did. Understanding, yes, we did. Get him on some criminal charges. And from that point on, I was permitted to second chair. Nothing more, nothing less, but I was permitted to second chair on certain prosecutions where the lead prosecutor wanted me and the judge okayed me being there. 9/11, fast forward to. There were individuals who didn't perish in the attack. They didn't end their own life in the attack. And they had to be tried. I'm actually arresting them. I worked a little bit on it, but that's about it, just a little bit. And then it was to their trials, and everyone wanted them tried. And I asked the second chair, and I was granted that right. And they stipulated then that yes, I can second chair, and as long as it's anti-terrorism, I can work my way up to federal judge. It's just going to take a long time, about 10 to 12, and they said that's fine, 12 with a higher number. I said higher number, that's fine. Whoops. I have allergies. I'm going to apologize for that one. Yes, I have allergies. And proof that I have allergies. I'm sure that goes to everyone now, but they're just going to have to deal. I didn't have time to get a tissue. It's taken care of. Leave it at that. If I'm on the bench, the same thing happens. Well, then everyone's probably get grossed out, to use a euphemism, so to speak. But it still may transpire. I do apologize. It is nothing more than allergies. Who will I probably date and marry? A female that's the same. She's sitting there with plenty of tissues in her purse or in her pockets. That's him. Back to what I was stating. I was decided then that yes, I could become a federal judge and work my way up with points, and the point system I think was created then. And that's what transpired as I second chaired. Now, it was 12 that I second chaired. To the best of my knowledge, correct. 18 in tax prevented. Everyone's going, well, what about the rest? Just some smaller ones. And nothing like what transpired in Paris or 9/11. And 9/11 found out it wasn't as bad Paris was. Paris was that bad. Enough said. Well, not as bad as Paris. A lot smaller than that. And no, I didn't actually second chair. 2 instances, and yes, I'm the individual who found the location of Osama bin Laden and actually commanded the mission, which is true. We went to 3 federal judges. I wanted 5, but the decision was 3 sufficient, and we applied for a warrant for execution of Osama bin Laden, and it was granted. Yes, it takes 3. That was my decision. No one had ever heard of it. Once again, being ingenious slightly, to my own horn, but yes, being slightly ingenious, we asked and said, well, what does it take to get an actual warrant for the execution of Osama bin Laden? So at no point in time has anyone ever tried on, accusing wrongful death, on murder. on murder, corrected to on murder charges, so that it's clean, precise that this person is going to be executed for the behavior. And all we had to prove is that he is basically mass murder. That's even higher than a serial killer. That they will purposely go out and murder people just for their own joy and hatred, which is true. We got the execution warrants, so to speak, put the warrant to execute by 3 federal judges, and then we were off the ground. I'm always kept in an undisclosed location, and was at the time. No, I usually don't do interviews. This is why now people are finding out. Is this? Yes, this is why. Because I handle prevention and prosecution of terrorists, prevention of behavior, and excuse me, and prosecution of them. I used to. I handle prevention and arrest more so than anything else. That's why they won more on the arrest side and trained on the arrest side. And yes, I'll do training for it. We pulled the wool over people's eyes plenty. We just kept it clean. It's yes, there's potential, or nothing was stated at all. Now it's just yes, this is what transpired. Are we still pulling the wool over people's eyes? Not as much as you think, but they don't care. They just want it done. That's why. It's okay, we'll keep it clean and simple, and we'll just keep it out of the media, so it doesn't even bother anyone whatsoever. That's the truth. That's why, so it just doesn't infringe on anyone's life by stressing them out anyway whatsoever. And then when we release, it's just, yes, or it's transpiring, it's still slightly transpiring, to yes, it's still transpiring. Correct statement, yes, it's still transpiring. During terrorism, yes, but we don't necessarily put it in the media because then people go about their day-to-day business, and it's just taken care of. That's usually what people want to know. As long as it's being taken care of, it is. And fine, not a problem. No discussion. We need to release some stated, corrected to people stated. So, until they release a little bit, and they've released my involvement. Sure. But now it's more on the arrest side. That's it. I'm trying to think if that covers everything that I can remember. But yes, I worked on 2 executions. And they're allowed, very much so, standard procedure to make sure it's cleared, even with the UN, because we are going, even the countries will clear it plenty of times, not plenty of times, but from the point of someone being on usually, if we can, we'll check with the country and get their authorization as well to go in and execute, if need be. If we can get the arrest, we go for the arrest, but usually we can. We just execute. It's easier that way, because I don't want the lives of soldiers risked anyway whatsoever. Not even too close. I want as safe as possible. I want them as safe as possible. Apologize, my mouth's a little dry. And that is the end all resolve. This is Judge Mark Union signing off. Thanks.